Hey, good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I got a couple of questions in, and I thought I would take this opportunity to answer them. First up, people were asking what was going on here in the media, specifically with the Dennis Rodman visit to North Korea. And I gotta say, it really pretty much, I don't want to say went unnoticed, but it really wasn't the big media blitz that you saw in the United States. I just didn't really make any kind of big news. I think there were a couple mentions of it, but it wasn't to the extent that it was in the United States during his visit and then, of course, afterwards. And since he announced I want to go back and try to broker a peace deal, have that be my legacy, that hasn't even risen. It's only been media in the United States that's going to pick that up. The second question that came in is, how do Koreans perceive the latest round of threats from North Korea? Now, that is a little bit different. It's not really uncommon for North Korea to issue threats like this. They do it all the time. They say, we're going to destroy South Korea in an ocean of fire. But this time, the threats are a little bit different. They've said they're going to withdraw from the armistice, which they've said were going to do before. They are taking the steps of possibly cutting the discussion lines over at Panmunjom, the JSA, the DMZ area where they have the official talks between the UN, South Korea, and North Korea. And they've actually kind of stepped up what they're saying, mobilizing more troops to key points along the border. So a lot of us are looking at this that they may not withdraw from the armistice, which it still may be a possibility. But a lot of us think that possibly during this upcoming week, starting on the 11th of March, which is Monday here, that as the United States and South Korea carry out the joint exercises, that North Korea may or may not do something during that time, but we do think that immediately following the exercises that North Korea will do something, whether it be another missile launch, quote-unquote test, maybe they will shell an area, maybe they will withdraw. In any case, there is an expectation that North Korea will carry out some activity following the conclusion of the joint exercises. In my opinion, if North Korea does withdraw from the armistice agreement, actually does follow through with that threat, that puts the UN and South Korea in a very, I don't want to say dangerous position, but in a position where they need to really look at their course of actions, because then there would be no course for North Korea to restrain itself. It would have the opportunity to fire at any time at any target it feels necessary. And it would also be a sign that for the past 60 years that the sanctions and whatever else has been in place has been a complete failure, and you don't want to risk that as well. So should they actually move through with the withdrawal from the armistice, I think there may be a lot more skirmishes along the border between the two countries. I wouldn't call it the DMZ anymore, because it would be an active war zone, even more so than it is now. So that's what's going on here. If you have a question, feel free to shoot me a message. You can do so at questions@shiranger.com. All right, you guys have a good one.